Welcome to the Catamount Football Show with Coach Matt Land. I'm Bill Mayo, your host. And on this week's show, we're going to take a look back at last week's game with the Creekview Grizzlies and also preview the upcoming contest with the Rome Wolves. So stay right here. We're back with more Catamount Football in just a minute.
Got car problems? That's no problem for Transformers Transmission Specialists. Bring your foreign or domestic vehicle into Transformers and have our certified master technicians perform the most comprehensive diagnostics over any other shop. Transformers utilizes the latest technology, so you can rest assured that you get the proper diagnosis the first time, so only necessary repairs are made. Save time and money on all your brake, AC, tune-up, and transmission needs. All backed by the best warranty in the business. Transformers Transmission Specialists.
When is the last time you have compared your car, life, or health insurance cost? At Advanced Insurance Strategies, we know your time is valuable. Therefore, we have developed AdvancedInsuranceStrategies.com. You can now go online anytime, anywhere, and get quick and easy quotes for your car, life, or health insurance from respected companies such as Blue Cross Blue Shield of Georgia, Assurant Health, Alliant Health Plans, and Drive Insurance from Progressive. Receive unparalleled customer service from a local insurance agency while using AdvancedInsuranceStrategies.com.
Back on Catamount Football, and Coach Land, let's talk a little bit about the Creekview game Friday night. It was certainly one of the things that stood out was it was a long game.
That game has to be one of the longest that we've played at Harmon Field. In fact, one of the things we were talking about when we were looking at the breakdown was they played 107 offensive plays. And defensively, from what we've been playing, we've only been charting about 57 to 65 plays. So literally our defense almost played 2 games on Friday night.
Conditioning really paid off for everybody, but especially for the defensive kids Friday night. Well,
leading up to the game, that had been their advantage. And that was one of the things that when you watched them on film, they kept a great pace. They were able to sustain drives by just wearing down the defense. So I would, without knowing for sure and looking probably until tomorrow, we probably played around 21 to 22 guys on defense, and I think we borrowed y'all loaned us 2 or 3 off the defense, off the offense, just to make it through. But like I said, conditioning played a huge part in that, and I think we stole that advantage from them when we were able to stay at that pace with them defensively. And you could tell right off the bat, 18-play drive to go down, and that was strong, very strong statement by them.
Right. And no points on that.
18-play
drive and no points. That's got to be some sort of a record. I mean, overcame 3 penalties in that drive. I was very impressed with their offense. They scored 3 touchdowns, one special teams touchdown, but 3 touchdowns to hold an offense out like that was probably the best quarterback we've seen in a while.
Well, just numerically, I mean, if you just look at it, 3 times over 107 plays, that's below our average. So I mean, that was good on that part. The thing about their offense, and we said this from the beginning, that quarterback is a 2,600-yard passer last year. He's a young man that can throw the ball. He can make all the throws. You'll see during the highlights. He throws 2 balls that are Saturday throws. I mean, guys on ESPN are making. But beyond that, I have a very sound offensive line, and that running back, number 45,
He's just a football player.
He was. That's the best compliment you can give him.
He could catch it. He ran it. I mean, he was a very impressive guy. The quarterback's only a junior.
Yep.
So that bodes well for the Grizzlies for the next season.
That's right.
Defensively, it was an interesting – I'm trying to think of what I want to say. It was an interesting strategy by them.
Yep.
We had seen them on film show a couple different looks, and they kind of went completely out of their box and just said, we're not going to allow you to run the football. Mm-hmm. And credit to our guys. You know, we said, all right, we're going to throw it.
That's right. That's
and
fine.
Peyton throws 6 touchdown passes, and, you know, just it was kind of a really –
well, I think it is. I think it's the victory was an epitome of taking what they'll give you.
Yeah.
You know, they clearly had not shown that in any films, but that was clearly what their intent was right off the bat. We're going to stop the run. And after the first couple of passes, I really expected them at that point to say, okay, we're going back. But it was well into the third quarter before they began to relax out of that. Right. And Peyton had a great night, 16 of 20 for 357 yards, 6 TDs. I think Coach Wilson said that sounded like his career numbers.
Yeah.
So we had him one night. But, you know, he can't do that without the offensive line. Right. Tremendous job blocking. 11 different people touched the ball, 7 different receivers, 5 different runners. So, like I said, overall, just a great offensive performance by offense.
Special teams-wise, had a breakdown there at the end with the
long
kickoff return for a touchdown, but
dangerous run. We knew that guy had that capability, and that's what you kick it to him, you're going to get that.
I think he punted one time.
Yeah, punted twice. Punted twice, and he kicked in and did a great job filling in for Eder. So we got to do that for a couple more weeks.
Right. So, overall, I think it was a good complete team victory.
No doubt.
Wasn't the shutout the defense was aiming for, but still to me an impressive effort by all 3 phases.
No doubt, and I think the one thing people are already beginning to see the difference in Region 5A. In Classification 5A versus Classification 4A. You know, their Classification 5A. I mean, you can have a team that's 1-3 or a team that's 2-2 or 2-3. They're still good football teams, right, and they still can beat you on any given night. And that's not to say anybody in 4A can't. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, you look out there, and this is a team that's won 1 game. But at the end of the day, you're looking at guys, and we'll see in Rome when we talk about Rome. Right. Say you got guys that can go the distance. They're going to sign scholarships next year. Right. So it's really you're going to have to be on your game each week. And I'm excited to see our kids rise to the challenge here for these next 3 games that we have coming up in the sub-region.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
You asked for more HD channels and Optilink delivered. Check out hit series and current movies on MAV TV, FXX, and Universal. Like reality and nature shows, try Discovery and TLC. For music lovers, we added Great American Country and Access TV. And for the kids, we added HD versions of Animal Planet, Disney Channel, and National Geographic. And when you need to unwind, try Escapes TV. For more details, go to optilink.us.
Have you ever heard the term, your eyes are your expressions, the windows to your soul? But when your eyelids look tired and they start to sag, it will make you look much older than you actually are. There is a simple surgical procedure called a blepharoplasty or eyelid tuck, which can help to rejuvenate and redefine the contours around your eyelids. It will even improve your fields of vision, and a portion may even be covered by insurance. We can help redefine how others see you.
Back to the Catamount Football Show, and we've got our player interview segment. Guys, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on. Introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Tyler Britton. I'm number 82. I play wide receiver, and I'm a senior.
I'm Daniel Hurtado. I play right guard and left guard. I'm a senior, and I'm number 62.
All right, Tyler, let's start with you. Tell me about being a wide receiver in the pass-happy Catamount offense this year.
Well, this year, being a wide receiver is pretty good, I guess you could say.
You guys are doing more than just going out and stonewalking, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I run a lot of routes. I block a lot, but I also run a lot of routes. It's a lot more fun than I'd say. Yeah. Past
certainly
years.
a much more balanced attack than we've got this year, and throwing the ball quite a bit. I know that makes you guys excited. You guys do a great job in practice of running your routes and getting ready for the games on Friday. One of the things that stood out to me from Friday night, was the block you made on, was it Tyler's, Nolan's
Yes, sir.
run?
Yes, sir.
Talk about that a little bit. I mean, it wasn't a great catch, but what a terrific block you made down there.
Well, the best thing to do to DBs is to pretend like you're running a route. And they chase you off, and then, I saw Nolan coming. I decided I should block him.
Just turned around and walled him off. And
yes, sir.
He went right behind you for a
Yes,
touchdown,
sir.
right?
Yes,
I know
sir.
we'll see that on the highlights later on the show.
Yes, sir.
Just kind of talk about your position a little bit, though. Your thoughts on being a receiver in the group of guys that you're working with every day.
Well, Peter Stigman, one of my best friends. It's always fun to work with Peter. And Zeke and Kyrick and Wyatt, all these guys are great to work with. Coach Long's a great coach. We do a lot of good drills that really help us hone in our skills as a receiver.
I think the thing I like about y'all's position group is you guys all have different skill sets. There's all
Yes,
Zeke's just a phenomenal athlete,
Yes, sir.
but Peter's a real precise route runner. Wyatt's got great hands. You're a terrific blocker and a really good route runner. So how do you feel like that you guys all complement each other as a group?
Well, like you said, everybody's got such a different role as a receiver, although we all do the same two things.
Right.
And as long as we can keep doing our job, then that's how the running backs score a lot of the times. They run it outside, and either we're running routes off.
And of course, you're our designated reverse runner, too, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, absolutely.
Talk about the quarterback a little bit, just working with Peyton. He's like he does a good job of communicating with you guys, and it seems like you guys have really gotten on the same page together.
Well, Peyton, this year, all of a sudden, out of the blue, he's amazing. Right. His throwing skills have improved over all the 7-on-7 that we've done this summer. He's gotten so much better, and like you said, communication is the key, basically. And he's out there. We switch to another route. He gets it right to us, and we know what to do every time.
You mentioned something 7-on-7 there. That I don't think people realize how much time that you guys put in this summer. How many routes and balls do you think you caught from January of last year till we started practicing at the end of July?
Honestly, I would maybe say 500 routes and balls altogether.
Maybe more than that. I mean, you guys were just working all the time, and it's really paying off.
Yes, sir.
You're doing a great
Absolutely.
job, and you guys are fun to watch. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, Daniel, let's talk to you. You're one of our senior offensive linemen. Talk to me about being an offensive lineman for the Catamounts.
Well, you get hit every play, that's for sure. It's a hard position. People don't see us as like the stars on the team, but in reality, we do a lot for the team. People just don't see it that way.
Right.
But we're just there.
You've got the mental, the physical aspect that, like you're talking about. You're in there battling with a defensive lineman or linebacker every play, but then also the mental side of it. There's a lot that goes on to learning the plays and learning the system. Kind of expound on that a little bit.
Well, we have a ton of plays that we run, but probably the hardest part is adjusting every week to a different defense. Mm-hmm. And then during the game, when the defenses change up on us, then we just got to work and see what we can do. But usually all week we run, we do whatever we can just to figure out what we're going to need during the game.
Right. You guys do a great job of in-game adjustments. And I think we probably made more in-game adjustments Friday night than I can remember in a long time, because the defense was really Creekview was really changing their front and changing the way they did things, and you guys handled it good. Kind of talk about that from your perspective. You know, when you guys come over the sidelines and we're sitting there talking about what we're going to change or drawing on the board, you know, how do you process all that and get it lined up for the next series?
Well, coming off the field, adrenaline's pumping, of course, ready to go. But really the hardest part is just trying to sit down and calm down and listen to you.
Right.
But honestly, it's not that bad considering we running it all week. We're just mentally ready.
Kind of reinforcing it on the sidelines.
Yes, sir.
Now, one of the things that you've been battling really since spring practice has been a meniscus tear in your knee, and it's really kind of been dogging you a little bit. Kind of talk about that a little bit, where you are with your knee.
Honestly, it's just I'm just in some pain every now and then.
Right.
It's not the worst thing in the world, but I mean, it does affect me at times. Mm-hmm. But really, I just try to work through it.
Okay, good deal. All right, guys, thanks for coming on the show, and I look forward to watching the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having us.
Stay right here. Back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
Train like a pro at Performance Sports Academy. Get one-on-one training from former professional and collegiate players, featuring indoor baseball and softball training facilities, ground ball area, 3 pitching mounds, and 4 batting cages. Performance Sports Academy is also available for team rentals. Call 706-537-3169 today and train like a pro at Performance Sports Academy.
Okay, here's your problem. We're going to have to make a replacement. Here is your prescription. Call Carpet Express immediately. Saw. Hammer. Perfect. Another successful replacement by Carpet Express.
Welcome back to Catamount Football. We've got the second half of our player interview segment. Guys, welcome to the show. Introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Tyler Nolan. I'm a junior, number 25, and running back.
I'm Isaiah Hernandez, junior kicker, number 9.
Had a little trouble there with that, didn't you, Say?
Sir?
Difficult things to get out. All right, Say, let's start with you since you're ready to go over there. Tell me about being a kicker. Talk about it a little bit.
Well, I mean, you just gotta. Well, I do kickoffs, so that's the only thing I focus on. And it's a big part because it's either if the defense stays on 20 or what they go on.
Mm-hmm. You really have a big hand in the field position. I mean, when you kick it in the end zone or kick it down to the goal line, that's such an advantage for our defense. What have you done? Because early in the season, I mean, you were kicking the ball maybe to the 10 or 15-yard line. It seems like now you're consistently kicking it down into the end zone or down at the goal line.
Well, I've just been working on my how I'm running up to the ball in practice.
What do you change? What kind of things do you change to get more distance, or what have you done? What have you altered?
My steps on how, like, whether I want to start walking or just like start jogging.
Kind of explain that. Like explain how far you know how far back and how far over in your steps. And
I used to take 10 and 5, but now I shortened it up to 8 and 4. And
so what do you mean? So you come 8 steps back
and 4 to the left.
4 to the left.
And then just like speed up when I'm getting close to the ball.
Mm-hmm. So now you've also kicked field goals, extra points, because you had a big kick for us in the JV game a couple years ago down in Cedartown and won a game for us. Talk about that part of kicking as well, because the kickoff is a big part, but you haven't quit kicking field goals and extra points.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, it's basically almost the same. You just it's different steps, but I mean, it's pretty easy because for me, it's easy since I play soccer and that's how I kick the ball.
All right. That translates over to you pretty well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now I have one last question for you. Who's the coach that loves you the most today?
Coach Mayo.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very good. I'm glad you know that. You're doing a great job. Thanks for coming on the show. Look forward to kicking the ball in the end zone and not out of bounds, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, Tyler, let's talk to you. Tell me about your role on the team this year.
Running back, they put me in a little bit at wide receiver.
Jack of all trades, I think, is what term I would use, right?
Yes, sir. I also do punt return and kick return. I did that last year, and it's played out pretty good so far. And it's just you get the ball over to 50 every time they kick it to me and use the blocks they give me.
Let's talk a little bit more about the return game, because I mean everybody sees you catching the ball and running out of the backfield and all that stuff's great, but tell me about the difference in returning a punt versus a kickoff, because those are two very different phases of being a returner, aren't they?
Well, punt return, it's all spaced out, and I mean usually it's either you have to judge it by yourself, and usually use your mentality to get the ball.
What makes you decide? Okay, am I going to fair catch it? Am I going to catch it and take off running? Am I going to let it hit? What are the factors that determine what you're going to do with the ball?
if anyone's close to you.
Right.
I mean, if it's a short punt, then you usually just yell Peter out loud, or you can try to get to it and just fair catch it yourself.
I think that's one of the things you've done a great job of as our punt return in the last couple of years is fielding the football. I mean, forget taking off and running with it. Just fielding it and not letting it hit the ground. Sometimes that's the difference in 20, 30 yards in field position, right?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah. To me, punt returner has got to be one of the toughest ones because you've got those guys bearing down on you full speed sometimes without a lot of blocking.
Yeah.
And you've got the ball. You've got to judge how to get to where to get to the ball and all that. That's a difficult to me, probably one of the hardest things.
Sir, it is.
Yeah. Okay, talk about your role as a running back. You do a great job. Different type of runner than Kelvis, but still you have your skill set that really makes you a threat for us to go anywhere on the field for a touchdown.
Well, every time I step on the field at running back, I just basically do my best to get what I can, and if I have any trouble, I go to Kelvis because he's a leader.
Right.
And I look up to him as being a good back, and I get advice from him, and I use it for my mentality to go on the field and use what he told me to do.
How about your fullbacks? Those guys are as important to you as the 5 guys up front are, right?
Yes, sir. They give us good blocks to run through. We read off of them, and every now and then we just hit off the butts and just go. One
of the things that you've developed of your game is the receiving aspect. Something you've worked on hard, and it really shows up. Kind of tell me how you've built that part of your game up.
Just running routes and learning every day that how many steps you take. 7-on-7 basically. Running, getting better every day at those. Right. Just catching the football, eyes on the ball, and just let Peyton throw it to you.
It's a lot of sweat and a lot of hard work, right?
Yes, sir, it is.
All right, guys, you're doing a great job. Thanks for coming on the show. We certainly appreciate it and look forward to seeing you the rest of the season.
Thank you, sir.
Stay right here. We're back with more Catamount Football Show after these messages.
I can't believe it's football time again here in Northwest Georgia. The Oakwood Cafe and my family are big fans of football, much like most of our customers. But this year, instead of just rooting for our teams, we're also rooting for your team. So bring your ticket stub out to the Oakwood Cafe on Saturday night, and you will receive a discount based on your team's margin of victory. If your team wins by 50 points, you will receive 50% off. So good luck, and come on out to the Oakwood Cafe on Saturday night. Go Big Red!
Go Falcons!
Honesty, integrity, and hard work, leadership, quality, and value. Just a few words to describe the company and people that make up Shaw Industries. Shaw Industries, the world's leading carpet manufacturer, is proud to be a sponsor of Dalton Catamount football. Shaw Industries, where great floors begin.
Families are the heart of our region. That is why Hamilton is here. Hamilton Medical Center's Turner Maternal and Infant Care Center provides expert care with the comfort of home-like rooms and amenities, with on-site neonatologists and a Level 3 neonatal intensive care unit where parents can stay overnight with their new baby if a NICU stay is needed. We're here for you. Hamilton Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Welcome back to Catamount Football. We've got our coaches segment. We've got Coach Logan Lawless. Coach, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it, man. I'm glad to be here.
All right. This is your first year, your second year in Dalton. Last year you were with the middle school, and this is your first year on the varsity staff. Why don't you kind of tell everybody about your background, education, football background, and how you wound up at Dalton?
All right. Well, I guess with football, I played 4 years at Shorter University. When I graduated there, I did a little stint where I was a GA for a little while. I moved back to South Georgia and
where you're from originally, right?
Well, about AU, Georgia. Yeah. Taught at Wheeler County for 2 years and coached there. And then I met my wife and moved up to Ringgold and got the job at Dalton. Like I said, this is my second year at Dalton.
So 2 years ago, you were with the middle school staff. Talk about that experience with Coach Patrick and those guys over there. They do a great job.
You know, I enjoy coaching with the middle school staff. It's a different style of coaching, especially coaching with those guys. Those guys are a lot of fun. So
they are. I worked with them for about 9 or 10 years over there, and it's a great great age group, and you can really have a big hand in developing young players. So it's certainly an important job for us, is having good coaches at the middle school, right?
Yeah, I think they do a great job, especially filtering into the high school. They do a lot of the stuff we do here at the high school, and they really take pride in what they do, and really they help us out in the long run.
So first year on the varsity staff now this year, kind of detail your responsibilities. What all do you do for the team during the week and on Friday nights?
Well, during the week I coach inside linebackers, and then I try to help out on special teams as much as I can. Friday nights, we all have a lot of duties we got to do, and especially, getting things packed up and that kind of thing. I'm in charge of, the water coolers and the water boys and these. But I've enjoyed it so far. It's really been.
Now you're in the press box on game time, so kind of talk about that. What you're doing up there, what you're looking for, and it's a much different view than being on the sidelines. And how have you been in the press box before as a coach, or?
This was the first year. Which last year I was in the press box a little bit. But since Cole stepped down to the middle school, I kind of taken over his responsibility of charting the plays and see if we can find tendencies of what the offense is doing.
Explain what you're doing when you say charting. Somebody that maybe doesn't know much about football, and explain what you're looking at, because there's a lot that's going on up there.
That's right. Well, Kit's the mastermind behind everything with the defense, and so he pretty much takes all the plays they run, breaks them up by hash, middle field, or left hash, middle field, right hash, third down, second down, and he already has them plugged in. So as they run their plays, I'm adding to his list throughout the game, so we can see if they're following along with the same tendencies or if they're trying to do something else. So
it's if you aren't aware of all the communication that goes on kind of behind the scenes, if you're just sitting in the stands watching the game, it's really kind of interesting to know what all's happening behind all the interaction between the coaches on the sidelines and the coaches in the boxes, right? In the box, right?
Yeah, a lot of people come to the games and they think the coach just calls a play, but there's so much more to that play. What kind of defense they're giving us, what kind of offense they're giving us. We have several guys looking at different things that they're trying to do to us, and that's how we kind of mold our defensive call or offensive call due to what they're doing.
Another one of your responsibilities is working with the freshmen and working with the freshman defense. Talk about that a little bit, because that's once again, that's developing young players, that's developing guys that are at the high school now, and that's an important part of the process.
Moving those freshmen up and kind of trying to get them into what we're doing as a scheme on defense. Like I said, they come from middle school, and middle school does a great job of, kind of molding them to where they are when they come to us. And so we're kind of just adding to that once they become freshmen. We're still teaching the basic stuff that we do here at the high school, teaching them our defense, teaching them the reads, and so kind of molding that. So that's been really, really good. I think we got some talented players, especially in that freshman group, that's going to step up big here in the next couple of years.
Well, very good. Well, thanks for coming on the show. We certainly appreciate everything you do. You're a welcome addition to the Dalton football family, and look forward to working with you the rest of the season.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Stay right here. We'll be back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
Got car problems? That's no problem for Transformers Transmission Specialists. Bring your foreign or domestic vehicle into Transformers and have our certified master technicians perform the most comprehensive diagnostics over any other shop. Transformers utilizes the latest technology, so you can rest assured that you get the proper diagnosis the first time, so only necessary repairs are made. Save time and money on all your brake, AC, tune-up, and transmission needs. All backed by the best warranty in the business. Transformers Transmission Specialists.
When is the last time you have compared your car, life, or health insurance cost? At Advanced Insurance Strategies, we know your time is valuable. Therefore, we have developed AdvancedInsuranceStrategies.com. You can now go online anytime, anywhere, and get quick and easy quotes for your car, life, or health insurance from respected companies such as Blue Cross Blue Shield of Georgia, Assurant Health, Alliant Health Plans, and Drive Insurance from Progressive. Receive unparalleled customer service from a local insurance agency while using AdvancedInsuranceStrategies.com.
All right, Coach Land, we've come to the highlight segment here, the part that we all enjoy. It was a interesting weather day Friday morning, but it turned out to be a nice evening.
It was, and just a great, the field. I went over on Friday morning just to check the field, and man, it was great. I mean, just really, really soft and like I said, there's look at that sky. I mean,
it's beautiful.
Friday night at Harmon is as good as it can get. We're sure gonna miss that.
Absolutely.
that's not the pretty sight.
No.
But Ed will be back with us. I'm sure of it. We're gonna keep this thing going long enough to get him back on the field with us. Start off with a good solid kick. Isai kicks down. Number 4 was a very, very dangerous receiver, as you'll tell here later in the game. Comes back, and great job by Nate Mays running him down. Start out, and this 45 was probably one of the best running backs that you could, like I said, I think the ultimate compliment is just saying he's a football player.
Yep.
Great hit by Travis Nielsen here. Like I said, number 4, big rangy, long target, good speed. Come back running a little inside zone. Great job by Jake Myers. And, of course, just another solid game by Euro Perez. Blitz off the corner by Maddox Houghton, flushes the pocket. You'll see it right here. Also get good containment by Chipper Elrod, forces the pass. Good job right there. But this is part of that 18-play drive. As you mentioned earlier, overcame 3 penalties, 2 fourth downs, wind up moving the ball down. You'll see right here just a inside square in on Jace. Kind of gets him overextended. Turns the ball over to the offense.
Come back, roll out pass with Peyton here. Good job of setting his feet and hitting Peter Sigmund.
Good block there by Kelvis.
Up close, yeah, Kelvis did a nice job of picking up the blitzer off the edge. Good job, Peter, getting his feet in bounds. Brings up just to take advantage of what they're doing. That wasn't a called play. We had something else called, and Peyton comes up, and they're not covering Peter, and they're going to take that. So that's why it looks kind of disjointed when you see the lineman, because that was just a check by them, and great job of recognizing what Creekview's doing and not letting them do it to us. Good bounce by Kelvis right here. Some good downfield blocking. There's Zeke getting a good downfield block.
I tell you, our receivers are doing an outstanding job.
Yeah, they sure
are. Coach Long has done an outstanding job working them, but it goes down really those young guys. I mean, Peter Sigmund and Zeke. You know, Zeke's a big, tall guy. When he extends, he's quite a bit. But, Tyler Britton is probably our best blocking receiver.
So at the end of the first quarter, it's 0-0, but not for long. Good pass there, just a post in the middle of the field. There was no safety. They're bringing them up and blitzing them.
Yep.
And so we just run the ball in the middle of the field. And
they were clearly committed to stopping the run.
Guys pick up the edge, and there's the good throw and catch for the first touchdown.
Yeah, good throw, good catch, good snap, good hold, good kick. That's what you like.
Interesting philosophy on not rushing the extra point.
Yeah, I guess they were trying to save their strength. Yeah. That's all I could figure. Of course, we like that scheme. That's a good scheme.
That works, yeah.
Defensively, they threw the ball all over the place.
Come back. Again, that's another check, and a great job of Tyler showing off his receiving skills and then his ability to run the ball after the catch.
Another great block there by Carrick McGowan.
You'll see replay here with Andrew Williams celebrating with Tyler and Peyton. As you can see, Tyler just comes out of a little wing position there, and there's nobody on him. They're trying to bring that was the guy, 5 was the guy that was trying to cover him, but he was coming over from middle of the field spot. So now it's 14-0.
Now breathed for a second there.
Yeah.
And then, quarterback starts moving them back down the field. Another good job. They run the inside zone and get a strip out right here, and that's what we're always talking about, turnovers. Great job there. Chipper Elrod making the recovery.
Chipper's one of those ball hawk guys. If it's rolling around the ground, he seems to come up in 39's hands. He's got it.
That is exactly right. I think Euro Perez calls that as he was getting blocked. He just reached down and grabbed his arm, dropped the ball. So just a good job there.
Come back. Pretty good protection there. Nice job of Peyton of finding the open. They had us covered pretty well, and Kelvis just kind of slipped out of the backfield and squared around and found Peyton's eyes. Watch Peyton shift his feet right there.
Yeah, and good job right here, Zeke holding up. Yep. That's good. Good block there by Peter Sigmund.
Good job of getting us out of the hole. Quarterback draw. Nice job running there, except until he tripped and fell.
Yep.
Good catch by Wyatt Irwin. Great hands. We were talking, the receivers have such different skill sets, and Wyatt has such great hands. Absolutely. Good hard run by Kelvis here. Number 3 was a good defensive
player.
tackle. Yeah, he was a good defensive tackle for them. Throwback, little rollout action to the right, and Kelvin slips out of the backfield on the backside, and they just were so aggressive and over pursuing that play was wide open. Good play call, and good catch by Kelvis.
Good seeing those guys get excited.
You can see everything's rolling right, and then Peyton just turns around, and there's Kelvis coming out the back door, and nobody near him.
Perfect pass.
Yep.
Just right on the money.
So it makes it 21-0. Getting ready to go into halftime here.
Kid come back, and they actually get a little traction right here. And 2 or 3 times, we really felt like it was an intentional grounding call. And you see it right here. They're saying that he's trying to get it out here to the flank, but I think he's throwing that for his life. But a great job right there by our defense pursuing. Inside zone with 45. Great job there by Tucker Sumner. Tucker Sumner played a good, solid game for us the other night. Great job there by Jace. Just a great athletic individual play. We had to bump out David Rockholt and let him play a little bit more outside, which we weren't used to. Another play there by Jace. And, it was clear. They just tried to stretch us horizontally and then just try to get the ball to the inside. And you'll see it right here. That's one of those plays there. Just a great defensive back play, unless you're an offensive coach.
Right.
And then you go. But, like I said, that's the advantage of us not having instant replay.
Here's one of the punts they knew. We tried to do a little bit of 2-minute and just really stalled out right there and didn't get anything done with the football. And we would like to have either scored or at least killed the clock in the first half. And
absolutely. Gave
it back to them. Gave them another shot here before the half ended.
Defense comes back, slants our front, and just a great job of Uriel Perez right there. Uriel has really become just a very good defensive tackle for us. Very sound and does a great job of when he realizes that he can't get penetration, he'll just sit back and wait for the flush. They move the ball down the field and come back right before the half, try to push up vertical. Great job there by Jordan McKinney. They clearly had an advantage in the receivers. They had one receiver 6'4". And right there, I had no idea why they didn't throw it into the – but to end it with an interception, that's pretty good.
Last play of the first half.
Yeah.
Jace gets him a pick right there.
Yep, great job, like I said, in the half. So we in the half at 21-0. Feel pretty good about the first half.
We'll take a short break and we'll be back with the second half highlights in just a minute.
Looking for something the whole family can watch? Check out Optilink's new channels. MAV TV is a great place for motorsports and hit movies. Antenna TV is TV the way it used to be with your favorite old shows. Catch today's funniest comedians on comedy TV. And there's Glenn Beck's new network, The Blaze. For hit movies and shows in HD, try Universal and FXX. For uplifting programming, there's Up TV or Aspire, Magic Johnson's new network. For more details, go to optilink.us.
Have you ever heard the term, your eyes are your expressions, the windows to your soul? But when your eyelids look tired and they start to sag, it will make you look much older than you actually are. There is a simple surgical procedure called a blepharoplasty or eyelid tuck, which can help to rejuvenate and redefine the contours around your eyelids. It will even improve your fields of vision, and a portion may even be covered by insurance. We can help redefine how others see you.
Our coach went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, talked about some things offensively, and really wanted to come out and early in the second half here and try to score. And unfortunately, the first possession, we went 3 and out and didn't do what we wanted to do.
No, that's exactly right. Was glad we were going to get the ball in the second half. We see Keith Adams, one of our young fullbacks. It's a great job there.
Good hard run.
Yeah.
Again, another little check play there, and Kyrick does a nice job of catching the ball, and it's a good job by Zeke.
Yeah, good job by Zeke. Great job of our DBs there. They began to try to attack us a little bit more on the perimeter instead of inside. Just a great job there of Jace creating a bounce. By then we had good pursuit coming up. Don't like going inside there, but at the end of the day, if you make the play, you got to make the play. Good pursuit. As I mentioned, another good solid game out of David Rockholt. Quarterback draw. Good trip up there by David. They take the ball down and we're able to score. So it makes the score 21-14. 21-6.
They missed
it. Yeah, that's right. Missed it.
We come back, second possession. Well, option play here. Good job by Tyler of just catching it and running with it for the first down.
Yeah, we've not shown any of that in the first half.
No, we didn't. We didn't run it all in the first half. We've been practicing it this week, but didn't run it in the first half. But counter play, nice.
Wow.
They just had us out. They had us outnumbered over there. We didn't have a blocker for that guy. But by the way they were playing us, and
great move by
Tyler just accounts for him by making him miss.
And you know what's funny is that's actually a drill. I'm gonna have to give kudos to the running backs. That's a drill that they work on, so that's pretty good.
Little swing pass to Kelvis out of the backfield.
Great job of just picking up something there.
Yep.
You see Tyler Britton come in there with a great block.
Good pass protection. Good route by Zeke. See the separation between him and the corner. I mean, when he came back on that football, he probably had a 10-yard cushion.
And you'll see he's become a very physical receiver. Uses his body well.
4 is the guy that was covering him. It's a good route and a good throw.
Absolutely.
Little counter play. Good job by Tyler. Good job. Look at Peter and look at Tyler Britton right there. There's 4 good blocks. Hayden, couple good down blocks, but you see 4 guys that kind of create a wall for him. 55, 64, 13, and 82. Tyler's going to give himself a concussion.
Yeah, well,
there's
a great
wall
run.
There.
Way to finish.
Good job.
Great job right there, Tyler Britton.
And then Tyler takes care of the guy at the goal line. Runs him over.
Great job.
He's a real asset to our offense and to our special teams too with his return skills. So that was a good answer to their touchdown. If we hadn't scored right there, we could have let them back in the thing. That was a good answer.
Coach actually said that in the post game. His post-game comments said that, and we kind of shut the door on him right there when we responded. He said right then he felt like it's going to be tough for us to come back. Good pressure here. Just a great play there by Jordan McKinney. I think that was a give-back penalty because they that earlier one that they missed, but that right there was just a good defensive back play. And right here was just a broken coverage. We had a guy that slipped that was supposed to have taken him, and he was able to work into the middle of the field and, like I said, get the ball. So now it's 28. They go for 2, make it 28-14.
So they come back and answer a little screenplay here. Nice job by Kelvis.
Yes. Good job blocking downfield by the lineman as well.
There goes Kelvis. I think he ended up with about 110 yards rushing.
107.
107.
Yep.
Good blocking up front.
The difference is he's getting 107 yards, and he's doing it only on about 10 to 12 carries, where in the past he's run the ball 26, 27 times.
Quarterback draw again. We ran several draw plays because of how hard they were coming upfield, and they were effective for us. This is a heck of a catch right here.
Yeah,
can't say much about that.
No.
Just a heck of a catch. I mean,
we'll just watch that again.
Yep.
That's clearly an amazing play.
That's just being an athlete.
Of course, you went over and worked that drill with them. I saw on Tuesday. Was that when you worked with Zeke personally?
That's right.
And this is their best DB. And he's holding his arm, and just a great job right there of Zeke just basically tapping the ball till he can get both hands available. Good to see those guys excited. That is, that's the lifeblood of a good team.
Absolutely.
And these guys get excited. Solid job of Jace there on that corner with their one guy blitzing all night.
So we've got a little back and forth with him now, trading touchdown for touchdown.
Good job there. You know, Jordan does such a good job of just staying in position until the moment and then making that play.
Kept his right hand off the guy, too. That's what kept him from
That's right.
calling interference. He kept his right hand off his back.
Another good game by David Rockhold, as I said earlier. He had, I think he was close to leading us in tackles this week. Once again, Jordan McKinney ripping the ball out. Come back, like I said, this quarterback was really he could throw it. Great touch, and late in the game, they're getting tired here. They're realizing that we can play with them, and at this point, I think pretty much their advantage of the conditioning had been taken away. Good job there by Nick Faulkner. Getting a good rush there, and then, of course, Jace causing the fumble. They do come back and score, though. Take the ball down the field on us. Take it in, go for 2. And just a great job of our defense here.
For a little while, I thought these guys were like vampires. We just couldn't kill them. We couldn't put them away.
They just kept coming back.
So it's 35-20. Toss sweep with Kelvis. Good downfield blocking, good running by him.
Absolutely. And there, you know, you're number 3 again.
that kid's a good athlete.
He's backside tackle. Just does a good job of working all the way down. Good proper angle. They were a very well-coached team. I mean, that's the one thing that you take away from that was just a very well-coached team.
Good protection.
Yep. And this is one of those, they loaded back the box back up and
hit it, throw it in the middle of the field.
Yeah. And that made sense. I mean, we were trying to run the ball and try to control the clock. We're not really a team that's overly concerned about the score. We were trying to run the clock at this point, but, you know, you got to take what they give you. And at that point, they were giving it to us again, so we took it.
So now it's 42-20. 6 minutes to go in the game here. Still more touchdowns to come.
Yeah.
It's not over yet.
No. Great job right here of Travis Nielsen taking the ball.
Even in his cast, he gets a pick.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you know, it's funny. I told him he catches better with the cast. We may have to keep that on the remainder of the season. But another multi-turnover game for our defense, and you always want that. Great job right here of Peyton and Tyler reversing field and just getting what he can. And, you know, this is one of those things where we had just a couple of bad penalties had put us back. It was 3rd and like 27.
Right.
And we were just trying to get the ball down the field. I really wanted to try to kick a field goal. And I just told Coach, I said, you know, let's just get it down the middle of the field, try to get it where we can kick a field goal. And lo and behold, Kyrick gets behind the free safety. For some reason, the free safety comes up. Yeah. And, well, I know why the free safety came up. I'm glad he came up, but in a way, we didn't want to work a field goal. But then we have our left-footed kicker, Chiruri Atata, come in, who will be one of our kickers next year. So very proud of those guys. Great night by Peyton. As we said, 16-20 for 357 yards. That's 6 TDs. That's very special.
So there's.
And here it comes.
We can't kill them.
Nope, can't kill them. That's right. And they were just out of position. We're not in our lanes. Our contained man was blocked. And just a great job here by Jordan McKinney running him down. You know, this is one of those calls where, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, but that's something we got to work on. They showed us a flaw, and I'm glad they did because now we go back and we work on that.
This is our JV guys getting in there. They got them 3 more plays. If they could have gotten the first down, they'd have gotten to play some more. I got after them about that.
That's right.
They got to get
That's
a first down.
They got to come in and move the ball there.
Yeah, they're playing still. Creekview doesn't have all their ones in there, but they still got quite a few of their guys in. But I want to see those guys get themselves prepared for next year.
So this is our second punt. Comes in, like I said, just gets it out of there, and they take a knee in the game.
That'll do it. 49-27 Catamounts.
Good luck to Creekview on the remainder of the season. I want to encourage everybody to get to Rome.
That's right. 8 o'clock.
Train like a pro at Performance Sports Academy. Get one-on-one training from former professional and collegiate players, featuring indoor baseball and softball training facilities, ground ball area, 3 pitching mounds, and 4 batting cages. Performance Sports Academy is also available for team rentals. Call 706-537-3169 today and train like a pro at Performance Sports Academy.
You got this. You're almost there. Just one more good try.
You got this, baby.
You can do this.
I choose that one.
Excellent choice. You're going to love the new addition to your home, and it weighs 55 ounces.
I love it so much. It's perfect.
It's beautiful.
When adding a new addition to your home, come to Carpet Express and let us deliver you from the pains of choosing your flooring.
All right, Coach, we've got a team coming up this week that we know quite a bit about, have a long history with the Rome Wolves. They're looking at them on film. They're very talented, very athletic as usual. Not a lot of surprises in what they bring to the table, right?
No, absolutely. Well, when you think about Rome, the number one thing you think about particularly the last 4 or 5 times that we've played them is just tremendous amount of team speed, and that's no difference. They have it in the line, they have it at running back, they have it at wide receiver. Their secondary, tremendous speed. I think the thing that I also think about, though, is I think about size as of late. And you're going to see 2 receivers that are well over 6'3". You're going to see a free safety that's 6'3", 6'4". You're going to see some in their line that
big wide bodies,
285, 295 pounds. So I mean, you're going to see a very well developed, fast team. Which is no surprise, as you said, is what we see for. But I think what you're going to see is a team that's beginning to kind of find their rhythm. They've pretty much kind of found what they do well. We passed against them at Darlington this summer in one of our 7-on-7 clinics that we went to, and they are completely different today than at that moment.
They're complete. If you went to the Calhoun Rome scrimmage,
yes.
They're completely different than
don't
what
even
they
like
look
the same
in that
tape.
No, they don't. We watched that live and then on film, but then you sit down and you start watching film of them now. Think, man, they're improved, much improved football team.
To speak about them specifically, you take their offense, for example. The quarterback, 6'1", 180 pounds, coach's son. Well, first it starts with the coaching staff. They have a great coaching staff. Franco Perkins is a guy that's been around for a long time, great defensive mind. But right now, offensively, his son's running the offense, 6'1", 180 pounds senior, is a college recruit, and he's thrown for 1,326 yards. So I mean, it goes to show you in 4 games, he's really throwing it out there, averaging 326 yards a game, 13 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So very efficient with his distribution.
They're a 2x2 spread team.
Yeah, and they don't make any bone. They don't. That's the great thing about them, but it's also one of the hard things about them. It's kind of like Auburn. If you watch Auburn, they don't do a lot. Right. But what they do, they just do really, really well, and they make you be disciplined. They make you stay true to who you are, what you're trying to accomplish. And so when you look at them offensively, they're patient, and they're just going to grind it. The next thing you know, they hit you for a 45, 55-yard pass. Like I said, they win this week 62-26. So clearly they know what they're doing offensively. I mean, defensively, how do you feel about them?
They're a 4-man front team, and they're big and physical up front, and they're fast on the edges. I mean, it's going to be a challenge for our guys. It's going to be a different style than what we've seen. We've seen some hard upfield defenses. They're bigger than Sequoia, and they're more athletic than Sequoia, but they're that hard upfield style of defense. So it should be an interesting challenge for our guys on the offensive side of the ball this week.
Well, and from a special team standpoint, very sound. They're not going to do anything great, but they don't do anything bad. There's really nothing that I see that we can take advantage of. We're just going to have to be very sound. I'll tell you this, my memory continues to leave me the older I get, but I still remember 6 block punts back and that wolf howling all night long. So we're going to start with that. If we can keep the wolf from howling,
that's right. It'll be a good night.
It'll be a good night. That's right. But that's not changed, and they come after you on the punts. They come after you on your field goals, and so we're going to have to really shore up our blocking this week to make sure that we're able to get our punts and kickoffs off. Field goals off.
Very good. We'll take a short break. Be right back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
can't believe it's football time again here in Northwest Georgia. The Oakwood Cafe and my family are big fans of football, much like most of our customers. But this year, instead of just rooting for our teams, we're also rooting for your team. So bring your ticket stub out to the Oakwood Cafe on Saturday night, and you will receive a discount based on your team's margin of victory. If your team wins by 50 points, you will receive 50% off. So good luck, and come on out to the Oakwood Cafe on Saturday night. Go Big Red!
Honesty, integrity, and hard work, leadership, quality, and value. Just a few words to describe the company and people that make up Shaw Industries. Shaw Industries, the world's leading carpet manufacturer, is proud to be a sponsor of Dalton Catamount football. Shaw Industries, where great floors begin.
The health of our region depends on the health of its people. That is why Hamilton is here. We're opening more physician practices and urgent care centers near you, offering medical care that fits your schedule. We're reaching out to the community and helping to train the next generation of health professionals, and giving you new ways to search for doctors and health information from wherever you are. We're here for you. Hamilton Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
All right, Coach, we've come to the end of another show and week 6 of Catamount football. I want to remind everybody before we go, though, that it'll be an 8 o'clock kickoff at Barron Stadium. Back to the old days.
I love it.
Yeah, I do too. I like the later
That's the
kicks.
good days,
I
man.
really do, yeah.
Well, you know, Barron Stadium is, first of all, it's a great environment. Shorter University plays there. And it's a synthetic field. So, you know, no mud, no dirt flying. It'll be the old rubber pellets, you know. But at the end of the day, great atmosphere. You know, and like I said, this to me, the Dalton-Rome game is where, to me, that's the next rivalry I think I see for us. You know, our communities are very same. Our school systems are always, seems like, together when we're talking about things, you know, collaboratively and things like that. So, you know, to me, I love playing Rome. It's just it's a great venue, and it's a great foe to go out and play against.
Absolutely. Want to make sure before we go here, thank everybody that made last week's home game special, like they always do. Quarterback club, cheerleaders, band, our fans certainly just had a great turnout. It was a wonderful environment on Friday night.
It really was. And, you know, Harmon Field, we always talk about it being special, but at the end of the day, when you looked at this week, we're chipping down those number of games that we have left. Got one more game for sure at Harmon, River Ridge, which is in 2 weeks, which is homecoming. So be sure you're connecting with your graduating class. But, yeah, looking forward to this week. Want to invite and encourage everybody to come down from Rome. We're going to need a lot of support to beat a very good Rome football team.
Absolutely. Wrap it up like we always do. We'll be back next week. Same cat time, same cat channel.
Go Big Red.